Would you trust a SCADA system that takes 5 minutes just to confirm a pump turned on? At the Genesee County Drain Commissioner's Division of Water and Waste Services in mid-Michigan, operators didn't have much choice. Across 180 sites, over 600 square miles, a legacy radio polling network reached out to every station. But communication ran sequential: master to concentrator, concentrator to multiple field sites, and then back up that chain. And so short pump cycles often went completely unrecorded, and communication failures and alarms became such commonplace that operators couldn't tell real failures from network noise. In this edition of Who's Groovin', we'll show you how Genesee County replaced slow radio polling with edge-based MQTT Sparkplug communications, and finally gave their operators a real-time view of what's actually happening at every site. The old architecture relied on a multi-hop licensed radio network. 200 MHz radios from field sites to local concentrators, then 900 MHz radio links from those concentrators back to the central SCADA office. So even a single concentrator failure could take down dozens of downstream sites all at once. Well, in theory, cellular could have replaced that maze of radios with a single direct link per site. But the legacy SCADA architecture was built on a constant pole response model, and the data volume generated made cellular costs prohibitive at smaller sites. So, Genesee County rethought the architecture. They moved away from polling and onto MQTT Sparkplug B, a publish-subscribe model where remote sites push data the moment it changes, rather than that constant chatter of a pole response model. Bandwidth dropped, cellular became practical, and the outbound-only connection model shrank the cyber attack surface. At the edge, they standardized on Opto 22 Groove devices running Inductive Automation's Ignition Edge software. Larger stations got full Groove Epic controllers, while smaller meter pits and lift stations ran compact Groove Rio Edge devices. In some cases where stations already had modern operational PLCs, they still added Groove Epic processors, running Ignition Edge locally to aggregate and model that data before publishing it out to their broker. Using this new pub-sub model, cellular bandwidth dropped at one site from 50 gigabytes per month to just 1. That reduction in bandwidth now made cellular plans economical at sites that previously couldn't justify the cost. Those sites simply pair a Groove Rio Edge device with a cellular modem, reducing deployment costs to under $2,000 per site versus the $10,000 to $15,000 it would have cost for the old hardware stack. The results? Well, they started back in 2023, working on 5 problematic sites. As of today, they've upgraded 45 out of the 180, with the rest planned for the near future. Communication failures at upgraded sites have gone to 0, and the county has tripled the number of cellular connected sites while keeping data costs flat. The lesson here? When the network is the bottleneck, you don't fix it by polling faster. You fix it by letting the edge talk first. Learn more by reading the complete case study at opto22.com. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and be sure to tune in for the next edition of Who's Groovin'.